And we wish Mike Leclerc all the best as he continues to get better. And he's on the mends, but he was here earlier tonight, but just was not feeling the greatest. So taking the night off, and well-deserved break for him. But he'll be back next week, hopefully, and ready to go for championship night. As we're ready to go racing with the Doneth Motorworks Limited Sportsman, Joseph Fargo aboard the number 401K on the pole, along with the 21 of Gage Howard. Row 2, Genavieve Bartlett in the number 11, along with the 14 of Camdin Cook. Logan Brown scheduled to go from inside row number 3 in the 9. Grayson Soper, karting regular here, making the jump into the Doneth Motorworks Limited Sportsman out of Harrisville. And Kent Miller making his Can-Am debut in the 42. Now Scott Countryman is out there in the 2, but he is actually slated to go in heat race number 2. So they're going to let Scott know that he needs to head to the pit area and be ready for heat race number 2.
Number 2, the back one.
So white flag will be displayed this time by. It'll be Joseph Fargo and Gage Howard on that front row. April 26th, we kicked off the year. Logan Brown won in his very first start in a race car on the 26th of April. He backed it up on May the 3rd with a second career win. Brady Howard won on May 17th and was Logan Brown for 3 in a row, May 24th, May 31st, and June the 7th. Brady Howard for win number 2 in the season on June 14th. Genevieve Bartlett for career win number 1 on June 21st. Logan Brown win number 6 on the year, July 19th, and Brady Howard, July 26th and August the 2nd. So that has been the winners so far in 2024. White flag is going to be displayed. Am Speedway pace truck from Bob Johnson Auto Group leading the field around, and Tommy Martin at the helm tonight, and he will head to the safe haven to the pits off of turn number 3 and 4. Those of you just getting to the Speedway, welcome to Can-Am tonight as we welcome the good folks from Encompass Recreation and Channel 7 for being on hand with us here as title sponsors of the evening. Reminder, tickets are still on sale for that raffle for the zero-turn mower out behind the main grandstand area from the American Cancer Society. And we thank the good folks from the American Cancer Society for being on hand with us tonight and selling the tickets to win that zero-turn mower. Again, that will be raffled off on October the 30th, so hopefully you get into the draw and maybe win yourself a zero-turn mower. In any event, Matt Burdick looks the field over off of turn number 4. Fargo and Howard lead him down to the green flag. We're off and running. First time into turn number 1 into Gage Howard to the point as they work the back straightaway. Nearly 3 wide down the back straightaway. Camdin Cook through the middle. He'll take over spot number 2. Bartlett looking to the inside lane on the Fargo number 401. Right, Bartlett a little out of shape off of turn number 3. Collects it back up and continues on, and she'll stay in the number 3 position as the top 2 break away from the field. Bartlett, Kent Miller, the top 4. Logan Brown trying to move into the top 5 right there, and he does just that as they work the back straightaway. But in the meantime, Gage Howard setting it up off of turn number 3 and 4 and back down to the line this time by Howard in command of it. Camdin Cook still holding on to the 2 spot as they work the back straightaway. Gage Howard one heat win back on July the 26th as he works in turn number 3 and 4. About a 4-car length advantage as we watch the battle there for spot number 4 and 5. Logan Brown and Kent Miller going at it. In the meantime, top 3 have broken away from the rest of the field at the halfway point. 3 down, 3 more to go in the opening heat race on the night as Gage Howard, 5-car length lead. The Chippewa Bay native will set it up off the bottom side of corner number 3 and 4. Car looks real stable on him coming off the turn. There's Camdin Cook in the number 14. Talked about Camdin earlier in the evening. Picked up a feature win at the Fulton Speedway on the regular Saturday night program in their novice sportsman ranks there. Also has 2 wins at Mohawk this year, so enjoying a great season, but still searching for that first Can-Am win. I talked earlier in the day, he's got 6 second place finishes here at Can-Am. Wants to change that. Right now, white flag is in the air. Final time through turn number 1 and 2. Gage Howard, Chippewa Bay, New York. 6-car length advantage over Camdin Cook down the back straightaway. Genevieve Bartlett, Logan Brown, and Kent Miller, the top 5. Checkered in the air and no contest. It's Gage Howard to victory lane in heat race number 1. Camdin Cook will cross in second. Genevieve Bartlett, Logan Brown off of turn 4 for the number 5 spot. It's going to be Kent Miller in the 42. Joseph Fargo and Grayson Soper will come home in position number 6. So Gage Howard collects his second heat win of the season, and we'll move right into heat race number 2 as he gets set to roll trackside right now. It's going to be Haily Brownell out of Fine, New York, leading the field out in 747. Brianna Murtaugh to Fulton, New York, the 33B, row number 2. The driver going for 3 in a row tonight. That's Brady Howard out of Hammond, New York, in the 54. Scott Countryman from Governor in the 2. Final row, it's Mason Rogers in the 44 out of Lafargeville, and Matt Bukovan in the number 36 out of Utica, New York, will complete the field. And one more driver added to this heat race, Colbey Fregoe in the 627. Set to go green. Off of turn 4, Burdick looks them over, and we're underway. And Haily Brownell to the point as they work in turns 1 and 2. Brady Howard, nice move to get to the second spot as they hit the back straightaway for the very first time. Matt Bukovan in the 36 trying to make a move to that inside lane on Brianna Murtaugh, but Murtaugh shut the door as they complete lap number 1. It's Brownell in control. Howard looking to find the way by. Brady Howard sets it up through turns 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. The 33 of Murtaugh still there in third. Bukovan is fourth, followed by Mason Rogers in the 44, completing the top 5, and Colbey Fregoe completing the rest of the field as they make their way through turn number 3 and 4 and down to the line as Scott Countryman in the 2, moving very slowly to that inside lane, and Brady Howard's going to take advantage, jumps to the high side, takes the long way around to get to the lead. Everybody kind of stacked up behind Countryman, and Brownell not afraid to go back down to that inside lane to get the lead back, drove it in a little bit too far into the corner. It might pay off though, and Haily Brownell will keep the lead as they come down into turn number 1 and 2. Great battle up front for the top spot. Brady Howard, Brianna Murtaugh, Matt Bukovan, and Mason Rogers. They're all a part of this fight for position as they work the back straightaway. Top 5 right there. Here comes Bukovan once again down to the inside lane, trying to get by Murtaugh. Couldn't do it that time as Brownell continues to show the way. Brady Howard has been all over the back bumper trying to find the way by, but has had no such luck so far. Working it off the turn, down the back straightaway. Brady Howard, 5 heat wins so far this year. Haily Brownell looking for her first as they work through turn number 3 and 4. Brownell, little out of shape, opens the door for Howard to get by. Brady Howard to the lead. White flag in the air, final time, and Brady Howard made the right move at the right time. Picks up the lead as they work the back straightaway off of turn number 2. Checkered flag will be waving this time by Brownell. Trying to close in turn number 3 and 4, but she's going to run out of time. And Brady Howard, heat win number 6 in 2024. Haily Brownell a close second. Brianna Murtaugh, Matt Bukovan, Mason Rogers the top 5. Colbey Fregoe and Scott Countryman will complete the rest of your field, and that will do it. Heat race action for the Donith winners tonight. And we'll go right into the Sundance Leisure ThunderCar division. 2 heat races for them tonight. 6 laps will be the distance in both of those. The good folks at Encompass Recreation and Channel 7 on hand with us this evening. So the first of 2 heats in the Sundance Leisure ThunderCars rolling trackside. Here's how they're going to line up. Terry Gardner was scheduled to go on the pole, but he has dropped to the tail of the field. Now to bring O.J. White to the point, the 94, alongside will be Francis White in the new look, number 60 for him. Row number 2 is going to find the 00. That is Kyle Kudrinko making his Can-Am debut tonight from Westport, Ontario, Canada, alongside point leader in the number 5. That is Damien Bechler. Rounding out the field in scheduled to go on the 111, Anthony St. Mary Sr., but I do not see him out there again. And Terry Gardner in the number 41 is out there as well. Missing the 111 of Anthony St. Mary Sr. So lineup is set. We are ready to go. Heat race number 1 of 2 in the Sundance Leisure ThunderCars. Francis White leads all drivers this season with 4 heat wins on the year. He rolls from the outside of row number 1. O.J. White looking for his first heat win on the year. Damien Bechler looking for his second. Rest of the field also looking for their first of the year also. We'll see how it all unfolds. All starts and restarts will be at the cone coming off of turn number 3 and 4 over there, right on top of the white tire. Am Speedway pace truck from Bob Johnson Auto Group peels off the speedway in turn number 3. Field moving nicely grouped together into turn number 3 and 4. Green lights are on. Verdict says good to go. And O.J. White jumps to the number 1 spot. Francis White right there with him in the 2 spot as they work the back straightaway. Damien Bechler, the point leader, jumps to 3rd. Anthony St. Mary Sr. 4th. Terry Gardner and Kyle Kudrinko will complete it as they work into turn number 3 and 4 for the very first time. O.J. White to the bottom, Francis White around the top side as they click off lap number 1 and give it to O.J. down in front. Francis, a little bit of smoke showing out of the back of the 60. He works in positions number 2, the 5 of Bechler, right there with him to try to challenge. As Bechler got a pretty good run on the top 2 drivers, closes in on Francis White for the 2nd spot as they head up into turn number 3 and 4, back down to the line. O.J. White continues to show the way. Look at this battle for 2nd as the 60 of Francis White, almost like he just dropped out of the way and let the 5 of Bechler go on by, and Damien Bechler driving away from the 60 of White, and Francis could have a problem making. He does. He is slowing considerably on the back straightaway. So Francis White trying to limp it back to pit road. We'll keep our eye on him though as we come back to complete lap number 3. It still is O.J. White and Damien Bechler battling for the lead. Again, O.J. looking for his first heat win of the season, and Damien Bechler looking for his 2nd of the year. As they work the back straightaway, St. Mary still there in 3rd. Terry Gardner 4th. Kyle Kudrinko completes the top 5 as the top 2 have broken away from the rest of the field as they work in turn number 3 and 4 back to the line. Francis White has taken it to pit road, done for this one. 2 to go for O.J. White. Guess he'll work it into turn number 1 and 2. He's got that inside lane working real good for him. Not much Damien Bechler can do about it, though. He's been right there with him within a couple of car lengths this entire race, but O.J. White has been solid as ever. Down into turn number 3 and 4. White flag will be displayed this time by an O.J. trying to hold on for a heat win as they work it off in turn number 3 and 4 and back down to the stripe. White flag in the air from Matt Bukovan as Damien Bechler still there in position number 2, and Bechler looking to the high side in turn number 1 and 2. Gets into the corner really good, but O.J. a little bit better that time off of turn number 2. And as I say that, Damien Bechler found some speed on the back straightaway, closes into within a car length of O.J. White into turn number 3 and 4. He'll try to set it up off the turn. Checkered flag is in the air, and O.J. White gets the victory. His first heat win of the season. 2nd will go to Bechler. St. Mary will cross in 3rd. Terry Gardner 4th. Kyle Kudrinko, his first ever trip around Can-Am, results in the top 5 finish. So O.J. White picks up his first heat win of the season. Took him nearly the entire year to get it done, but he finally got the job accomplished. And we're set to go for heat race number 2. It's going to be Anthony St. Mary Jr. on point, the 111J, Lyle Robinson, 61 alongside. Row 2, Camdin Cook, the 72, 22 of winner from 2 weeks ago for the very first time, Jared Gilson. Final row, it's Colin Bonner from Lafargeville in the 19, and Tony Frezzo will complete it in the 22. So this is the 20th heat race of the season for the Sundance Leisure ThunderCar division. Francis White leads all drivers with 4. Jared Gilson has 3. Justin Pope, Michael Greenfield, Lyle Robinson, Anthony St. Mary Jr. each have 2 apiece. O.J. White just got his first of the year. Tony Frezzo, Damien Bechler, and Corey Valade all have 1 heat win in 2024. Coming up next, we'll have the Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirt Car 358 Modified Heat Events. First of 2 are lined up and ready to go. Burdick looks the field over for Sundance Leisure ThunderCar Heat number 2. We're green. And St. Mary Jr., that is, jumps to the lead down the back straightaway. Look at the battle for 2nd. Nearly 3 wide. Tony Frezzo splits the difference on Jared Gilson and Lyle Robinson. And Tony Frezzo to the runner-up spot as they work in turn number 3 and 4 and back down to the stripe. It's Anthony St. Mary Jr. to the point as they complete lap number 1 of 6. Frezzo, Gilson, and Robinson the top 4. Colin Bonner completes the top 5 with Camdin Cook, rounding out the rest of the field as they work the back straightaway. The 111J of Anthony St. Mary Jr. enjoying a great season. The first 2 career wins for him this season. as they work through turn number 3 and 4. Tony Frezzo giving chase from position number 2. Tony won for the first time in nearly 2 years in this division after dominating the 2021 season and picking up the track championship. Right now he holds on to position number 2. Jared Gilson is third, followed by Lyle Robinson and Colin Botter in that top 5 order. Working it into turn number 3 and 4. It is the 111 of St. Mary in command. Off of turn number 3 and 4, halfway home. 3 down, 3 to go. It's all Tony Frezzo in second right now. Gilson still there in third, as the top 4 have broken away from the rest of the field. You see the gap there between Robinson and Gilson. Gilson running in third, the 22J. Robinson running in fourth, the 61. Lyle won on opening day here. Gilson won back here on August the 2nd. 2 to go, and St. Mary looking to get his second heat win of the year. So work through turn number 1 and 2, and down the back straightaway. St. Mary looks like he's got pretty good straightaway speed right now. I stand corrected. St. Mary looking for his third heat win of the year. White flag in the air this time by Anthony St. Mary Jr. has done everything right here tonight, and now he's trying to hold off one of the best in the division, that being Tony Frezzo as he rides in second. Frezzo drives it deep into the corner, but he gains a lot coming into the turn, but off the corner is where St. Mary kind of pulls away. You see it right there as they head up into turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag will be waving this time by St. Mary, trying to hold on and win it, and Anthony St. Mary Jr. will do it. Grabs the win in heat race number 2. Tony Frezzo second, Lyle Robinson, Jared Gilson the top 4. Looks like Colin Botter is going to come home in position number 5. And the 72, Aiden Paquette, will round out the rest of your field, and that will do it. Sundance Leisure ThunderCar heats are done. It is modified time. The Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirt Car 358 Modifieds rolling trackside for their first of 2 heats. We'll give you the starting lineup in just a couple of moments. Ryan Hudson will go from the pole, the number 621. Gabby taking an interest in this one. She's right down here in the front row, ready to watch this heat race with her dad on the pole. Outside will be the 27W of Nick Webb. Row number 2 is going to find the 39 of Ryan Bartlett alongside on the 18 of Scott Webb. Derek Webb, the 66W inside row number 2 of the 21 of Andy Howard. Tyler Meeks inside row number 4 in the 9, 49 of Billy Dunn alongside out of Watertown, and Larry Welling Jr. in the number 21 JR as Andy Howard has slowed it to a stop in corner number 2, so we'll tend to him. While we got a moment, heat winners so far this year, 5 drivers tied for the most. Andy Howard, Dan Bichard, Nick Webb, RJ Tresetter, and Tyler Meeks each have 3 heat wins this year. Scott Webb and Derek Webb each have 2. Brian Hudson, Franklin Mackin, Preston Forbes, Cameron Black, Remington Ham, Ryan Bartlett, Michael Mandigo, Chris Raby, Billy Dunn, Jackson Gill, Lucas Fuller each have a heat win. One of the more notable names missing off that list, our point leader, Tim Fuller. He's got 5 feature wins on the season, but no heat wins. But talk to every one of these drivers in the pits. They would love to have the 5 wins that Fuller has over all the heat wins in total. So Andy Howard getting a little bit of assistance, and hopefully he can get the car refired and get back to his starting spot. Heat number 2 for the Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirt Car 358 Modifieds is lining up in the staging area as I speak. After this, we'll have the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman, then the Panther Frameworks Crate Sprint Cars, and then we will have the driver autograph session down on the front straightaway, and we'll get a chance to meet your favorite driver here tonight. And Andy Howard still getting pushed. It looks like he may be headed back to pit road with the 21 GNR Auto Parts ride. Tough break for Andy. He came into here with a lot of high hopes tonight after a second place finish a couple of weeks ago to Tim Fuller, and he gave him everything he had too. Those of you who are here in attendance saw that race. Those of you who watched it on Dirt Track Digest also got to see a good finish 2 weeks ago. 8 laps is the distance. And we are set to go. So caution coming back out. We've got debris over there in corner number 2, according to one of our track officials. So we're going to go over there and get that off the racetrack, and then we will go to green. Wanted to remind everybody, of course, next week here at Can-Am, we will be off. No racing action scheduled for next Friday night. As we prepare for Track Championship night, August the 30th, it is going to be a great show. Championships in 4 of our divisions will be crowned. Of course, our Doneth Motorworks Limited Sportsman does not crown a track champion, but battle is still on to see who can get the most feature wins. Right now it is down to Logan Brown and Brady Howard for that honor. Set for green. Off of turn number 4, Burdick looks him over. Green lights are on and away we go. Nick Webb to the point as they work it off of turn number 2. Brian Hudson right there in spot number 2. Derek Webb has jumped it up the third. Billy Dunn 3 wide with Scott Webb and Ryan Bartlett as they head up into turn number 3 and 4. And Billy Dunn trying to collect the number 4 spot as they click off lap number 1. Nick Webb to the point. Brian Hudson, Derek Webb, the top 3. This battle for 4th is a good one. Billy Dunn has finally taken it away. Scott Webb looking to the inside lane on the 39 of Ryan Bartlett. He'll pick up the 5 spot, or at least try to this time, coming down off the turn. And Webb will get to the spot as they come down to complete lap number 2 in this 8-lap heat event. Battle on for second. Derek Webb on the bottom. Brian Hudson on the top side. And problems for Scott Webb. He got all out of shape off of turn number 2. Lost a lot of ground to Billy Dunn. Is right now the top 4 broken away from everybody as they bring it off of turn number 3 and 4. And Ryan Bartlett, he had a little bit of a problem over there in turn number 3 and 4, but he brought it back on the racetrack. Lap 3 of 8 on the board. Burdick says we're going to be halfway this time by 4 down, 4 more to go. It is on between Nick Webb and Derek Webb, a family affair at the front of the field as they head up into turn number 1 and 2. Nick Webb looking for his 4th heat win on the season. Derek Webb looking for his 3rd as they head up into turn number 3 and 4 one more time. The Webbs going at it for the heat win. Right now behind them, Billy Dunn trying to get to that inside lane on the 621 of Hudson into turn number 1 and 2. And Billy Dunn couldn't quite get the run he wanted that time up off the turn as Brian Hudson able to hold position number 3. Dunn still fourth. Scott Webb completes the top 5. And Billy Dunn, what a move that was on Brian Hudson. Hudson got out of shape and Dunn took advantage of it. So the machine gun working his way to the top 3. We got 2 laps left to go, and it is on between Nick and Derek Webb as they head up into turn number 3 and 4 with Billy Dunn about 5 car lengths in third. White flag in the air. Final time for Nick Webb as they bring it down into turn number 1 and 2. Derek Webb still there in second, trying to get the run on Nick down the back straightaway. Final time into turn number 3 and 4. Looking for his 4th heat win of the season. Nick Webb on the top. Derek Webb to the bottom. Drag race to the line. It's Derek Webb to the win. Oh man, what a battle there. Derek Webb gets the victory over Nick Webb, and now Derek Webb is also tied for the most heat wins on the season, getting his 3rd of the year. Derek Webb, Nick Webb, Billy Dunn, Scott Webb, and Brian Hudson, your top 5 after that one. What a finish in heat race number 1, heat race number 2. Ready to roll trackside right now. Lucas Fuller in the 74 will go away from the pole. Outside will be RJ Tresetter in the 21R. Row 2, Franklin Mack in the 3M with the 36 of Dan Bechler. Lance Willix in the 31. He is ready to go in the inside of row number 3 with Sean Shaw, who set fast time in hot laps earlier today in the 7S. Final row, it's Preston Forbes, the 45R, and currently the point leader looking for that 4th track championship. He could lock it up here tonight with a solid performance. That is Tim Fuller in car number 19. 82-point lead on Billy Dunn coming into the evening's program. So Tim Fuller looking to secure a 4th straight Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirt Car 358 Modified Track Championship. Set for green. Burdick looks him over off of turn number 3 and 4. Lucas Fuller on the point. RJ Tresetter alongside, and we are going to call that one back. The yellow lights are on. So looking for green this time by. Again, the drivers were reminded once again, all starts and restarts at the orange cone off of turn number 4. Burdick looks him over one more time. Lucas Fuller, RJ Tresetter, a couple Edwards, New York natives know each other well. Green lights are on, and away we go. RJ to the point as they work it up into turn number 1 and 2. Dan Bechler shoots to the top side of the racetrack. Look at Lance Willix go on the bottom. He's trying to go 3 wide with Franklin Mackin and Lucas Fuller. Didn't quite happen though. Lance trying to pick it up into turn number 3 and 4 and down to the line. Lap number 1 is up on the leaderboard, and it's RJ Tresetter in control as they click off lap number 1. Dan Bechler back there to the 2 spot. Lucas Fuller now 3rd. Franklin Mackin, Lance Willix the top 5. Preston Forbes, Tim Fuller, Sean Shaw will complete it as they exit turn number 4 and down across the line one more time. RJ Tresetter looking to add to his heat win total here in 2024. He has got 3 already. If he gets the win in this one, he will have sole possession of the top of the leaderboard as far as qualifying heat races is concerned, but he really wants a feature win, and right now he's setting a torrid pace here at lap number 3. 5 laps left to go as we watch the battle between Preston Forbes, Tim Fuller, and Sean Shaw as they're going at it towards the tail of the field. Right now, RJ Tressetter putting on a show in the early stages of this one. Halfway home, 4 down, 4 more to go. It's all Tressetter at the moment as Dan Bechler up to second. Lucas Fuller now third. Franklin Mack and Lance Willix, that's the top 5. Fuller has cleared the 45 of Preston Forbes. He goes to 6th as the battle is on in front of them between Mackin and Lucas Fuller. Franklin Mackin able to pick up position number 3 as we work lap number 5 of this 8-lap contest. Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman Heat number 1 waiting in the wings, ready to go next in turn 3 and 4. However, RJ Tressetter trying to win another heat race tonight. White flag, or 2 to go for RJ as we watch the battle between Lucas Fuller, Lance Willix, and Tim Fuller right now. Lucas has the 3 spot, or the 4 spot rather. Willix is 5th, Tim Fuller 6th. Preston Forbes, Sean Shaw, they complete the rest of the field. White flag in the air for RJ Tressetter. Dan Bechler is closing quickly though. He's within about a car length and a half down the back straightaway as they have broken away from the rest of the field. Checkered flag in the air. RJ Tressetter trying to hold on, but here comes Dan Bechler to the inside lane. And Dan Bechler pulls even turns with Tressetter. RJ gets the victory. Wow, what a close finish in both heat races here tonight for the Whitesboro Plow Shop 358 Modifieds. And RJ Tressetter, despite the little bobble in turn 3 and 4, picks up his 4th heat win of the year. Dan Bechler will cross in second. What a finish that was. But RJ Tressetter grabs his 4th heat win of 2024. As we go into the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman, they will have 3 heat races ready to go. Heat 1 on track already. Alan McDonald in the 33 on the point with a 1 of Paul DeRutter alongside. Row 2, it's Dylan Moore, the 35D. 62, Jonathan Murphy off of a 2nd place finish a couple of weeks ago. Jessica Power in the 52 from Kingston, and Red Hot Gavin Isley in car number 18 out of Lafargeville. Final row, it is going to be the 410 of Mike Fowler. Justin Gadbaugh is out there on the racetrack, but he is scheduled to go in heat race number 3. So Justin got the word from our race control, and he's going to head towards pit road. Justin off of a feature win a couple of weeks ago in that number 18 out of Natural Bridge, New York. White flag is being displayed. We will go green. Those of you watching on Dirt Track Digest TV, we are glad you're joining us here tonight, and hopefully you're enjoying the broadcast here from Am Speedway in Lafargeville, New York, in the beautiful town of Orleans. Just a couple of miles away from the Thousand Islands Bridge and the Canadian border. Welcoming all of our Canadian fans here tonight. Those watching at home as well. Matt Burdick pointing to where the initial start is going to be. Can-Am Speedway pace truck from Bob Johnson Auto Group peels off the speedway in turn number 3 and 4. Alan McDonald and Paul DeRutter will bring them to the line. Green lights are on and we're underway. RJ Tressetter jumps in front as they hit the back straightaway for the first time. Alan McDonald up into second. Jessica Power, a big move. She goes from 5th to 3rd. And looking at Alan McDonald for second off of turn number 4 down to the line. It is going to be Paul DeRutter in command of the field at the moment as they hit the back straightaway off of turn number 2 and down the backstretch. McDonald and Power, your top 3. Dylan Moore there in 4th. Gavin Isley trying to make up some ground in the early going. Jonathan Murphy, Mike Fowler, all right there with him as they bring it down to the line. Lap number 2 up on the board. Paul DeRutter looking strong early on here. Battle on for position number 2. Alan McDonald putting on an impressive run here, but Jessica Power going to show the insides the faster way, and Power now picks up second. Dylan Moore right back there behind the top three in position number 4. Gavin Isley trying to find the way by track really fast right now, and right now track position seems to be the key to getting a good finish here. Unless you can get a jump on a lot of the drivers on a restart, track position means everything. And right now Gavin Isley a little out of shape in the back portion of the field. That's going to bring Mike Fowler into the top 5. And Fowler now to 5th as he'll work on Dylan Moore and Alan McDonald as they work the back straightaway. But Paul DeRutter has been the class of the field right now. The man out of Inlet, New York, the Buzz 2 Chevrolet 1D will bring it down to the line. 3 to go for Paul DeRutter. Looking for yet another heat win this season as they work it down off of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Power still about 8 car lengths back in position number 2 as she tries to close in on DeRutter for the race lead. Paul DeRutter looking for his 3rd heat win on the year and his first since June 21st of this year. With the top 2 well out in front, everybody's after Alan McDonald for position number 3 at the moment. Dylan Moore to that inside lane. He'll pick up spot number 3. McDonald relegated to 4th. I'm impressed with Alan McDonald right now, holding on to spot number 4, but Gavin Isley, Mike Fowler right there. Boy, they split the difference on him going into turn number 3 and 4. McDonald got shuffled back right into the clutches now. Jonathan Murphy at the white flag lap. Final trip around the Am Speedway for Paul DeRutter as he brings it down the backstretch into turn number 3 and 4. Jessica Power about a 5 car length distance to make up. It's not going to happen. Paul DeRutter win number 3 in heat race action here at Am. Paul DeRutter, or excuse me, Jessica Power crosses in 2nd. Dylan Moore, Gavin Isley, Mike Fowler, the top 5. Alan McDonald and Jonathan Murphy will round out the rest of your field, and that will do it. And Paul DeRutter picks up his 3rd heat win of the season. We've been talking a lot about the Dirt Car Sportsman Series, obviously with Gavin Isley doing what he has done out there. The series shifts over to the Ransomville Speedway on August the 20th for round number 3 of the championship tour. Gavin will be there, obviously, so will Jessica Power as they continue to chase the Dirt Car Sportsman Series championship. Right now, it's all about heat number 2 here at Can-Am, and Ryan Shanahan will go from the pole in the 32 RS, along with Owen Nyer in the 17. Row number 2, it's Keegan Nyer in the 34 with the 2 Taylor Dockstader. Row 3, Brendan Moore in the 35B, 34 of Eric Nyer, and Richard Murtaugh in the 33M will complete it. Upstate Elite Cheer, they are here with us tonight selling 50/50 tickets, and they're looking to raise some money to get some new uniforms for next season. And support them. Buy some 50/50 tickets tonight as well. Also, our good friends at Stop DWI are asking everybody to be safe this summer. Have fun, but be responsible and get home safely. Green lights are on. Heat race number 2 is underway, and Ryan Shanahan wasting no time going to the head of the class as they work the back straightaway. Owen Nyer for 2nd. Keegan Nyer there in 3rd. Watch Brendan Moore trying to figure out a way by Keegan into turn number 3 and 4. And Brendan Moore to the top side of the racetrack. Keegan Nyer down on the bottom as they complete lap number 1 of 8 in heat race number 2 for the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman. And right now, Ryan Shanahan in command of the field. Shanahan working it into turn number 3 and 4, looking for his first heat win since May the 3rd of this year as Taylor Dockstader takes the 2 to pit road. Done for this one. But right now, Ryan Shanahan enjoying a healthy advantage over the rest of the field. Nearly 10 car lengths right now over the 17 of Owen Nyer. Keegan Nyer right there in position number 3. As you see the big lead that Ryan Shanahan has right now. Ryan at the flank stand with Owen Nyer just coming off of turn 4 right now. Keegan Nyer doing a pretty good job fending off Brendan Moore for position number 3. Brendan currently 3rd in track points here at Can-Am in 2024, enjoying a great season here. Still looking for that first feature win of the year. Of course, he won 3 times last season, including the prestigious Fall Nationals at the Brockville Speedway. Right now, Brennan and his brother Dylan Both Dylan finished up in the top 5 in his heat race, and Brennan trying to do the same thing as they work on Keegan Nair for position number 3. And Brennan's got the look now down in that inside lane as Moore will get the spot away going down into corner number 1 and 2. So Brendan Moore now to the top 3. But Ryan Shanahan, he is checked out on the field. He's on a Friday night cruise here tonight in that 32 RS, the Carthage, New York native. Full straightaway advantage. Owen Nair, not much he can do about it. He's holding on to second, but he has got Brendan Moore right there with him, and Brendan is going to make it tough on him these last couple of laps. But Ryan Shanahan, clearly the class of the field as they work it up into turn number 3 and 4. The white flag will be in the air. Final trip around the Can-Am Speedway for Ryan Shanahan. White's Lumber and Building Supply 32 RS. Holds the top spot by a straightaway over Owen Nair, Brendan Moore, Keegan Nair, and Eric Nair. The top 5 of Richard Murtaugh completing it. Dominant performance. Second heat win of the season. Ryan Shanahan back in victory lane. Second spot up for grabs still. It's going to go to, looks like Owen Nair at the line. Brendan Moore and calling at the line. I believe it will be Eric Nair collecting position number 4. And Keegan Nair will get 5th. Eric Nair by 5/1000ths of a second got Keegan at the line for the 4 spot. So to answer the question, when they're out there racing each other, no, they don't take each other lightly. Heat race number 3 for the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman on track. Going to be Trevor Gibbons on the pole, the 621. Alongside of him will be the 91 of Josh Riome. Row number 2 slated to go is Steve Roberts in the 5R with a 92 Frank Sibley from Calcium. Row 3, the 0 of Xavier Andrews out of Kingston, and Justin Gadbaugh out of Natural Bridge, the most recent winner in the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman. And rounding it out in car number Fox 28, that is Tyler Stevenson. Driver change tonight, that's Jeff Stevenson behind the wheel. Jeff taking over the reins tonight from Tyler. So we'll see how he does. Eight laps is the distance. Final heat for the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman. Green lights are on and we are underway. Trevor Gibbons jumps to the lead. Josh Riome trying to jump out into the number 1 spot. Couldn't quite get there. Battle behind them, though, as Stevie Roberts trying to fend off Xavier Andrews. That didn't quite work, and Andrews to the number 3 position. Battle for the lead, though. Josh Riome to the bottom. Trevor Gibbons on the top side. Give the spot to Josh Riome at lap number 1. As the 621 of Gibbons relegated to second. Now Xavier Andrews is right there to try to challenge down the back straightaway, and Andrews pulls even turns with the 621 of Gibbons into turn number 3 and 4, and Andrews will pick up second as they head off of turn number 4 and back down to the line. Top 4 breakaway at the front of the field with Riome, Andrews, Gibbons, and Roberts, the top 4. Jeff Stevenson has not lost his touch behind the wheel here at Can-Am. Jumps from the back of the field. Frank Sibley with a problem in turn 2, and he spins it to a stop over there on the outside portion just off of turn number 2 on the backstretch. Yellow lights are on with 2 laps complete. So white flag is displayed. We are going to go green next trip around. So Josh Riome will grab the lead here on this restart. Xavier Andrews to his outside. A couple of drivers who know victory lane very well here at Can-Am. Xavier got his first Can-Am win this year back on May the 3rd, or May 17th rather. Josh Riome, he won here back on June the 7th. Trevor Gibbons still searching for career win number 1. Stevie Roberts had a great run 2 weeks ago here as well, finishing up in the top 5. Great job by Steve out of Harrisville. Jeff Stevenson into 5th right now. Green lights are back on and away we go. Riom jumps back into the lead. Andrews back there to 2nd. Gibbons into 3rd as they work the back straightaway. Stevie Roberts looking sporty, trying to get that inside lane on Gibbons into turn number 3 and 4. Couldn't quite get there, though, as they're working off at turn number 3 and 4. Now Roberts will try to get up off the turn. They'll drag race to the line. Gibbons has the spot by inches into turn number 1 and 2. Roberts tries that bottom lane one more time, and now Trevor Gibbons will relinquish the spot to Steve Roberts down the back straightaway. So Roberts will try to run down the top 2, but Josh Riom and the 0 of Xavier Andrews right now the class of the field, 1 and 2 as they hit the front straightaway. 2 to go, this time by for Riom and Andrews as they go into turn number 1 and 2. Andrews taking a look to the inside lane, and Riom able to fend him off as they work down the back straightaway. White flag will be displayed. White flag in the air. Xavier Andrews has found the way by. He grabs the lead coming to the white flag this time by. Final time for Xavier Andrews into turn number 1 and 2. Kingston, Ontario native. Stand corrected on that. 2 to go. But Xavier Andrews is driving away from everybody. Impressive run right now for Steve Roberts in the number 5 as he is right there with the 91 of Riom down to the line. White flag is finally out. My apologies on that one, but Xavier Andrews does have the lead, and it is the white flag. Josh Riom has broken away from Roberts, Gibbons, and the rest of the field. Checkered flag will be displayed this time by, and the win will go to Xavier Andrews, 3rd heat win of the season. 2nd will go to Josh Riom. Steve Roberts will cross in 3rd. And Justin Gadbaugh making a move at the line. He'll cross in 4th. Gibbons will end up 5th. Frank Sibley and Jeff Stevenson in that order, so that will do. Out of group Dirt Car Sportsman is in the books. Panther Frameworks Crate Sprint Cars on track and ready to go. 1 heat race for them tonight as George Sanford in the 25 will go from the pole. Outside will be Ken Klinkowski in the 30. Row 2, it's Tucker Donath, the Z28 with the 1 of Josh Bird Jr. Row 3, Andrew Hennessy in the 87 with James Kaya in the 08. Final row, it's Josh Van Brocklin, the 89X, and Chad Kramer in the number 9 machine. That will do it. Heat race number 1 of 1 for the Panther Frameworks Crate Sprint Cars is on track. Getting the temperature set just right in these crate motors. The 11th heat race of the season for the Panther Frameworks Crate Sprint Cars. Tucker Donath has the most heat wins this year with 4. Josh Fern Jr. with 3. Andrew Hennessy has 2, and Cam McKinnon has 1. 6 laps is going to be the distance. Now Jessica Power is out there in the 52, reported a vibration in that car, so they have done a little bit of an adjustment. They want to make sure that that car, the vibration is gone, so she'll be at the tail end of the field here as we get set to go green. 6 laps is the distance. One and only heat tonight for the Panther Frameworks Crate Sprints. Tommy Martin takes the Can-Am Speedway pace truck for Bob Johnson Auto Group off the racetrack at turn number 3 and 4. Green lights are on and we're underway. Sanford to the point as they work it off the turn. James Kaya way out of shape in turn 2, brings it back on. And right now it is all George Sanford as they work through turn number 3 and 4 and down to the line. Tucker Donovan, Josh Byrne Jr., the top 3. Kenny Klinkowski, Andrew Hennessy battling for 4th and 5th at the moment as your top 3 start to pull away. Andrew Hennessy picks up 4th from Ken Klinkowski down the back stretch. So Hennessy on the charge for the top 3 here in the early going as they click off lap number 2. It is still Sanford in control. Tucker Donovan, one of Josh Byrne Jr. Josh, the winningest crate sprint car driver in the region right now. 17 career wins in the last 3 years between here at Can-Am and at the Brockville Speedway as well as they bring it across the line at lap number 3. 3 down, 3 to go. George Sanford has won heat races here in the past at Can-Am. He's also won feature races in the past at Can-Am, but they've been in full fendered ranks in the former pure stock and IMCA hobby stock divisions. Right now he's trying to win his first ever sprint car heat, but Tucker Donath is right there to try to challenge him. Donath shows the wheels. Sanford not fazed by that, drives right back by on the top side into turn number 3 and 4. Sanford and Donath going at it for the win. White flag in the air this time by. Final trip around for George Sanford as they head up into turn number 1 and 2. Donath tries the inside lane, slide job, and here comes Sanford with a big move back to the bottom. Final lap into turn number 3 and 4. Sanford to the inside lane. Tucker Donath on the top side. Sanford gets him back in turn 3 and 4. And George Sanford's first sprint car heat win. What a last lap move that was. Tucker Donath comes home second. Josh Byrne Jr., Andrew Hennessy, Josh Van Brocklin, Ken Klinkowski, Chad Kramer, and James Kaya. Boy, I'll tell you what, anybody thought that George Sanford could only drive full fender cars, he proved he can drive the